Hello, welcome to this week's edition of the Earbones podcast. And let's get right to the point because we have 1,000 things to talk about. But the title of this episode is, well, it's already going to be up there, but I'm probably revealing it to you now. It's probably going to end up being called the Infinity War episode.
Infinity War episode, yes.
Because I'm going to be honest, if you haven't seen it, don't watch this. Just turn it off, wait till you've seen it, and then forget about us by the time then, and then check back in at a later date. But yeah, there will be heavy spoilers strewn throughout this thing. I guarantee it because I want to talk about it at length.
Yes.
I want to talk about it for possibly a very long time. We have other things to talk about, which we hopefully will get to. At the very least, we'll try to make our Backlash picks. But we went to an NXT Live event we need to talk to. Mm-hmm. Greatest Royal Rumble was yesterday. We need to talk about that. But Infinity War takes precedence. You actually read 2 books?
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy. But Infinity War takes precedence over all of it. And where do we begin? Where do we start on Infinity War?
I don't know, because the movie starts at 100 miles an hour. It just stabs you in the fucking heart as soon as it starts.
Throws you right in, huh?
It's
pretty brutal. It opens up pretty brutal.
I mean, first 5-10 minutes, 2 people die.
I already said spoilers are going to be blatant. So
okay, so
spoilers are starting now. If you thought I was joking, if you thought I was kidding, shut it down now, please. I do not want to be... The name of this episode will be Infinity War Contains Spoilers. That's what the name of this episode is, because I don't want to be the guy responsible for spoiling. I want to put all the warnings out there that this is going to spoil it.
And plus, this will probably be up Sunday, maybe tonight. If you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing?
Okay, there's no need to shame people that have schedules and potentially couldn't make the movies. I read that there's people who were looking for... that it was booked 100 miles around them.
Really?
And they couldn't find 2 seats beside each other.
Well, we had to wait in a dumb line, so...
It was weird. Okay, is it the first one you recall being sold out?
Yes.
The first premiere?
Yes.
I know Star Wars sells out. I don't count that. I mean core comic book movies.
I think there was one other. I went to it and they were sold out. I didn't like.
But it wasn't premiere night.
No.
Because I know Deadpool sold out after the fact.
Yes.
But this is the first one where we showed up and it said on the door sold out.
Yes.
And they even had another showing. They had our showing at 7, they had a 3D showing at 7:30, and they had another 2D showing at 9.
Which, I don't know how that worked, because...
It wasn't the same theater.
Oh, okay.
It was in a different theater.
Okay. Alright. So, let's get into it. So it starts pretty much with Thanos decimated Thor's ship from the end of Ragnarok.
With only the power gem.
Yes.
That's all he has. He only has the power gem at this point. Which, by the way, mostly more than enough to defeat any being on the planet. And he does make Hulk look like a little bitch at a certain point.
He definitely makes Hulk look like a bitch, and then it kind of ruins Hulk's
psyche.
Yeah,
he doesn't want to come back out. Yeah, Hulk does not want to come back out, which becomes an ongoing. I actually didn't think about that at all. I didn't think about that was the reason.
Oh, I thought that's why.
It has to be.
He made him a bitch. He's like, I ain't dealing with it.
Yeah, he's like, I'm not coming back now. But Heimdall is the first one to die.
Yeah.
Heimdall gets stabbed in the chest, and Idris Elba is dead. No, Idris Elba's not dead.
He's second.
Heimdall is dead. He got killed first. Because he was still beating on...
Oh.
He was still beating on him for a while.
Okay.
Remember, he was trying to get information from Thor.
Yeah.
And then, which actually, I was at work, and I told a friend of mine at work who doesn't care about the Marvel movies, we'll watch them at home, but doesn't give a damn really about them coming out. Mm-hmm. But there's other people in the building that do. So I said something extremely cryptically to him, so that he would know. He's like, just tell me something. And I said, all right, your mother would be really unhappy with the first 20 minutes of this movie. And as soon as I said, he goes, oh, Loki dies!
What a dick.
And I was fucking furious with him for like an hour and a half. I said, no, shut up, you're an idiot. I said, and there were 2 people in Australia that are going to go see the movie. And
that's awful.
He spoiled it for them.
That's awful.
And then later I even said to him, I said, actually, not that bad if they know he dies, because then they'll think that's a big death out of the way. Yeah. Well, strap in.
Yeah, hold on.
Strap in. Strap it down, because there's plenty of more movie.
There's no pulling punches in this movie.
Moving on past that, I know we're probably going to jump all over the place. We're not going to go probably story-wise.
It's hard, because there's like 5 different stories going on, but it works? Yeah. I don't know. It's a thing.
I think it worked better than, was it Age of Ultron that I said I felt like it bounced around way too much at the beginning? Or was that Civil War?
Might have been Civil War.
Because one of them, I remember saying, it was jumping around at the beginning.
Because Civil War had what Zemo was doing, and then the whole thing going on with the Avengers.
I think it was Civil War. But it did it better than that. It was, but because I think we were all so invested in all of the characters in this one already. Like, it wasn't new characters being introduced, new stories being introduced. We knew what was happening pretty much.
And everyone's been asking me if I need to see all the movies up until the point to get this. I think the only one you should see is Ragnarok. Or else you have no idea what the hell's going on with Thor. Period.
Like with his eye.
His eye, he doesn't have his hammer, he's on a ship in space, like...
Yeah, you're not going to know that. By the way, if you add Thor into the next Guardians movie, it'll be amazing.
Yes.
But I like I said, I think Guardians 2 is on one of the lowest of the movies for me. I'm not a fan of it. It's still good, but it didn't do what I wanted it for me.
Yeah, it wasn't Guardians 1. I thought Guardians 1
was great.
Yeah.
But... Well, okay, what's your least favorite of the Marvel movies? Because Tara and I had a conversation today about it. Because she said, guess which is my least favorite?
You already know.
What?
Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And that's where I'm at, too. Absolutely. But she told me to guess, and I was guessing all of them, and I was like, I guessed them all. I was like, I don't know anymore. She's like, you're missing one. I kept thinking, and she's like, no, seriously. I was like, is he in this? And she's like, yeah, he's in this. I said, okay. And then I sat up and said, oh, it's Doctor Strange. And she's like, yeah, it's Doctor Strange. She didn't really like Doctor Strange. She said it made her sick. I said, I get it.
It made my wife anxious. We haven't seen it again since.
I watched it again. I haven't bought it yet, though. I liked it. I think his character in this is fucking amazing. In Infinity War, Doctor Strange is great. And he's uber powerful.
Yeah, he is, but I don't know. I mean, it's weird. We'll get there. It's not a bad thing. It's just something I didn't quite understand.
We'll get there. Where are we
when we start talking about, like, once the fighting starts happening and stuff.
Okay. So where do you want to talk about now? Where are we at now? Since you're leading this train.
I'm not leading. Okay.
You're the conductor now.
Okay, so he kills half the Asgardians. Heimdall's dead. Loki gets his throat crushed, and the Black Order's there with Thanos. He tells him to go to Earth, get the other.
Are we missing a member of the Black Order? I feel like there's at least one missing. Because we have Proxima Midnight, we have Corvus Glaive, we have Black Maw, and we have... God, I'm never going to fucking remember his name.
Obsidian Call? He's in comics, he's Black Dwarf, but they call him Obsidian Call, the giant guy with the...
Okay, but yes. And I feel like there was another member of the Black Order.
I think there was one with like 6 arms or something.
I don't know. I'll look it up real quick. Continue.
So, the Black Order goes to Earth. Thanos, I guess, goes to get the reality gem that the Collector has, which if you saw the end of Thor 2, the Asgardians drop it off to him, which is something I totally forgot about. Like, why the hell does the Collector have this? So anyway, they go to Earth. Well, first off, in the middle of all that, Heimdall uses his powers to send Hulk to Earth, and he warns Doctor Strange. He falls through the... What's his sanctuary called?
Sanctum Sanctorum.
Sanctum Sanctorum. Then they get Tony, Tony's getting married to Pepper, apparently. I can't even imagine the amount of money they paid to get Gwyneth Paltrow to show up again.
Oh, fucking amazing amount of money.
God.
But at the end, I actually, when it was over, I said, hey, we don't know if Pepper's dead.
That's true.
Like, they wouldn't pay her enough to let us know. There was another member of the Black Order in Infinity War, which is the first appearance of the Black Order, called Supergiant. And I think it's I think it's her. Because there's Proxima Midnight, Black Dwarf, Maw, and Corvus Glaive. And it says that Supergiant is...
I don't remember Supergiant.
Supergiant is a fictional extraterrestrial villainous in Marvel Comics, the character created by Jonathan Hickman and Jerome Pena, first appeared in Infinity War. It's a member of the Black Order. Thanos chose her due to her parasitic mind control abilities. Yes. She attacked the Jean Grey Skull in search of Thane, but then realized he wasn't there. Her overconfidence would be her undoing when she took control of Black Bolt and held Wakanda hostage for bombs that were placed all around. She was outdone by Maximus, who activated the bombs and had a lockjaw teleport Supergiant and the bombs to an uninhabited planet, killing her.
I don't remember all that. But...
Supergiant came back as a spectral projection along with the rest of the Black Order thanks to the Challenger who set them up against the Lethal Legion. That would be in this.
Oh, yeah. Avengers No Surrender.
It looks like that the Lockjaw teleporting her away to a planet happened in Infinity 6. Infinity was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
That's 5
very
years
long
ago.
time. Really?
2013.
We've been doing this too long.
Is it too long, though?
Not long enough. Am I right? Yeah. Yes.
Are you yesing? No.
No.
Doesn't apply.
Can I yep?
Yeah, if you want.
Anyway, so where were we? What were we doing?
I don't know. I started talking about Supergiant. Where were we at? What happened?
Oh, Thor finds Tony and Doctor Strange and warns them that Thanos is coming.
No, Hulk is, not Thor.
Yeah,
Hulk falls in
Hulk.
a second.
Hulk, that's what I meant.
Thor gets found by the Guardians and brought in, and then is just a dick to everybody, which is great. It's just fantastic. And there's kind of like a dick measuring contest between him and Star-Lord, which is great.
It is great.
Drax again is fucking amazing in this. I don't understand how his comedic timing is so good. Is it the direction, or is he that good?
It's got to be him. I don't know. Maybe he's just that into character. I don't know.
And I didn't hate Groot in this at all.
No, he wasn't in your face.
Although, is it in this book? Are the Guardians in this book? No, they're in the Infinity Countdown that you're not on right now.
Yeah.
Do you know what's happened to Groot in the comics in like very recent history?
No.
He's evolved again.
To what?
He speaks.
Oh?
Full English. Full language.
Huh. That's not fun.
I'm just laying it out. I don't have an opinion on one way or the other because I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because I get the evolving thing. I don't know why it needs to happen, especially if it seems like there's not a doubt in my mind that Marvel has set up this Infinity event currently to go on after the movie comes out, so people who see the movie go, Infinity in the comics, let's get on this. There's no doubt in my mind that's what's going on.
Yeah, you're right. I agree.
But I don't know why you would want to change a character like that.
Yeah.
Maybe it catches somebody's eye, though. Like, they're reading, oh, hold on, Groot's talking, what's this about?
Well, Thor says he learned Groot on...
They gave it as an elective. They offered it as an elective.
Just funny.
Okay, after Thor is found by the Guardians, they break up into two groups, one heading to, never going to say it correctly.
Vandar?
No, that's where Thanos and Gamora go.
No, they go to nowhere.
No.
Thanos... for the Soul Stone.
We'll get there.
Oh, God.
They go to Nivdalor.
Yeah.
The place where his Mjolnir was
forged.
And other cosmic weapons were forged, in addition to the Infinity Gauntlet itself. Another thing, I didn't understand why everybody thought it was a joke that Peter Dinklage was a giant dwarf. Like, I understand like the potential to laugh once at it, but every time he's on screen to hear behind me, it's Peter Dinklage, he's a giant dwarf. Like, why? Why are we under the assumption that mythic dwarves would be tiny?
Yeah, I don't know.
It didn't even register for me. Like, I saw it, like, okay, like that was it.
I was like, oh, that's cool, and that's about it. I was like, all right.
And you don't know who Peter Dinklage is.
I do. He was in.
Don't say like fucking Leprechaun or something.
No, I was gonna say that X-Men movie.
Yes, he was.
Jesus Christ, have some faith in me.
Oh, it's rough, man. I thought you were gonna go, oh yeah, he was Leprechaun, or yeah, he was in Austin Powers. Like, I thought you were just gonna go somewhere that I was trying to prevent. Which, by in turn, I made those jokes.
You did.
Ironically.
Wow.
I guess. But basically, Thanos killed everybody and then like dipped his hands in molten steel and like made them solid.
Yeah, awful.
It's fucking crazy. And then he also shut down the star. He stopped a star. And the star is what heats the forge. So in order to make... By the way, is Jarnbjorn... Is that Stormbreaker?
No, Stormbreaker in the comics was Beta Ray Bill's hammer.
Okay. But this is an axe.
I'm glad he gave it a proper pronoun for it. Because it's like a hammer axe. I don't know. Like, no one has given me exactly what it was. But he gets Stormbreaker.
I wish it was Jarnbjorn.
I think Jarnbjorn was pretty awesome, but I feel like Stormbreaker's just on another level.
The name is badass.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that too, because there is a moment with it that I have a problem with.
Okay.
We'll get there, and I think you know where I'm at with that, though, but we'll get there. So after they go to the place to try to forge this new weapon, the God Killer, the Stormbreaker, he talks I can't remember the dwarf's name. I can't remember what his actual name was, but he talks him into, there's a mold, he's going to forge it, but Thor needs to restart the star, which is a fucking badass piece of action. This thing has so much action, it's unbelievable. And he restarts the star, but the iris is closed and he has to hold it open, taking the full power of a star, which is fucking crazy.
It is crazy.
So he holds it open to ignite it, and then he's dying, and then Groot gives the hammer by his own arm.
Which was awesome.
Pretty badass, but I don't exactly understand how it works, because it's wood, it doesn't really conduct things, but I guess that's also God energy. I'm just fucking out there, I guess. That's just me overthinking it. And before we get farther, because it gets more and more from this point, but I need to say that this is without a doubt the most comic booky movie in the history of them. Everything about this movie screamed, holy shit, this is a comic book movie.
Yes.
Not this is a book about comic book characters we're trying to make serious. This is, holy shit, it's a comic book movie. This thing went out there and swung for the fucking fences in every single aspect of comic bookiness.
Yeah, it went just full cosmic. Like, it's insane.
The moment, and we'll get here, but I'm going to jump ahead real quick. The moment where that really clicked in for me was when Thanos just pulls a moon down.
That was badass.
I was like, that is fucking wild. Nothing about that is fucking realistic. Although, I mean, if we're going that way, the Infinity Gems aren't realistic either. So
yeah.
I guess we're going there. But going back to where we were. They forged they forged Stormbreaker, which awakens Thor again. And then, is that when we cut to Wakanda?
First off, we skipped half the movie.
We skipped a lot of the movie.
I mean, that's just one thing.
I'm trying to skip Shady Cap.
Why?
He's doing something. He was super shady the entire movie.
What do you mean?
And it wasn't just the beard. There was a moment he looked identical to Nicolas Cage.
A little bit.
No, there was a moment. There was a scene where he turned a certain way and it was locked on him. I said, fucking Nicolas Cage, it's Captain America. But no, and it's not just the beard. There's something up. Like, he has something brewing under him. There's something going on. But go ahead, go back to where we were. Sorry.
No, you're fine. I don't understand. Okay.
There's something going on with the Cap, is what I'm saying.
We'll find out. So...
Or will we?
I don't know. We'll get there. So... They're back on Earth. Spider-Man shows up to help Tony, Doctor Strange, Kinda Hulk, and what the hell's...
Is it Baron Mordo, or is that the bad guy?
That's the bad guy. I can't remember his name.
He said it a few times.
It's a very stereotypical, Western name.
Like Ben?
Yeah.
Or Steve?
Maybe. I don't know. Whatever. Doctor Strange, helper friend? I don't know.
His assistant?
Yeah, his assistant, that's it. And they're fighting Ebony Maw and Obsidian Call.
Yes. Which, by the way, you may have heard me say it, because I said it while it was happening. I said, holy fuck, is Ebony Maw badass.
Yeah, he is. He was just, floating on rocks and shit.
And I've never seen telekinesis done in this way, where it's just... Obviously he would do that. Obviously this is what you would do. Obviously this is how telekinesis works. Not just, I'm going to pick up a car and throw it.
The battle was awesome. They used everyone's powers, I think, effectively. Strange was making portals and stuff, and...
Yeah. The writing on this thing had to be so wild to do it. I also heard today that Benedict Cumberbatch, who plays Doctor Strange, was maybe the only cast member to read the whole script. The rest of them were only given their parts.
Really?
He read the whole script beforehand. Because I guess he said his handler might have made it, but he told them that, because I'm Doctor Strange, my character's Doctor Strange, and he essentially protects reality, I kind of need to know what else is going on so I can better perform my job as my character to know what the reality is.
That's pretty cool.
And I think he's that serious of an actor that he probably was serious. It probably wasn't him trying to read the thing. Because when he was asked about it, it might have been on Ellen. And she actually said, that's not, normal, right? You're the only one that read it. None of the other cast members read it. He goes, I don't know. I said, I didn't know.
I wonder why.
He's it was chained to a guy. It was a hard copy, and I read it, and then he went away.
Chained to a guy? Oh, my God.
They keep it serious.
And that's what they do.
And did they do a good job of no spoilers? Because I don't remember, because I don't really look on the internet for them, but normally they come out and I hear people mad about a spoiler.
There was no spoilers, and can I say the trailers were 100% misdirection.
What do you mean?
at one point it shows Thanos punching Cap and Cap holding his gauntlet. In the trailer, he only has the time gem or the space gem.
Okay.
But in the actual movie, he's got the full gauntlet at that point.
Which I might have a tiny bit of a problem with too, but we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Because Cap's doing something shady.
Don't understand. Okay, we'll get there. We'll get there. Christ, I don't even know. So anyway, Maw captures Strange. And remember, Strange has the time gem.
And he refuses to relinquish it. It's within his Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah. So Peter and Tony chase after their ship that's leaving Earth. Tony gives Peter the Iron Spider suit.
Which is pretty badass.
It is pretty badass.
Even though they give it like aspects. Well, did the Iron Spider have the legs? Or was that like a kind of ripped off of Superior?
Yeah, the Iron Spider had legs. That's when Spider-Man was on the Avengers for that like small amount.
I don't think I was reading Avengers at that time.
So that happens. So then they're going through space. They end up saving Strange by knocking Maw out of the side of the ship into space. And then instead of going back to Earth, they decide to surprise Thanos at Titan. I believe that's where they go. Yes. So that's happening. While that's happening...
Hold on.
Yeah.
While they're planning on fighting Thanos, you see Strange going through all the potential endings. And he says it goes through like 2.7 million or something like that.
I thought it was like 14 million.
It might have been.
Like 14 million and 6.
It was a lot. But they said, and how many do we win? And he said 1. So keep that in mind and we'll move on.
Yes. So while that's happening, again, there's so many storylines going on, but they all go together so well.
I love the fact that Proxima Midnight wasn't a normal sized person.
Yeah,
I love that she was like 10 feet tall. Like
badass.
I thought that was great. I thought like, yes, obviously, if she's not a fucking human being, why would she be the same size?
Yeah.
I loved it. And Thanos was badass the whole time, by the way. I need to say it. Like everything that I've always hoped for and wanted Thanos to be in a movie. There might have been a few lines that I was like, that doesn't sound super Thanos-y, but I understand what we're doing, what we're going for. But he looked the fucking part.
I thought they took his motivations and made it believable instead of like wanting Death to fall in love with him.
Yeah, because there's no mention of that.
Yeah.
I think it may come to that eventually.
Possibly. I think they kind of replaced Death kind of with Gamora to a point to make it, give him some sort of emotional attachment.
If I'm being 100% honest, and again, we're jumping ahead.
We're jumping all around.
We're jumping all around, but okay, we'll go to that point now then. We'll talk about him getting the Soul Gem.
Okay.
When he has to get the Soul Gem, the only person that knows where it is Gamora. Mm-hmm. So he captures Gamora, and they find out it's on Vadir, or wherever it is.
Yeah.
And there is a Guardian of the Soul Gem, which I heard audible gasps. And I was honestly so confused as to what the fuck happened.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god, what?
Red Skull is the Guardian of the Soul Gem.
Yes.
We haven't seen Red Skull since... Did he pop up in Civil War?
No,
since Iron Man, or since Captain America 1.
Yeah.
We haven't seen him.
He disappeared.
Yeah. Fucking amazing. Fucking amazing. That's, again...
That's
one of the most
continuity.
One of those comic booky things you could ever think of. Right there. Period. A guy just popping up randomly. Red Skull's there. Okay. Well, in order for him to claim it, it needs a sacrifice. Thanos kills Gamora.
Yeah.
Throws her off a cliff. But also proving that he was the only thing she loved.
Yeah.
Like, because she was his adoptive daughter. But then he gains the Soul Gem, but then there's that moment where, like, it might have happened later in the movie, but where it's after he snaps his fingers, which we'll talk about that later, but he just sees Gamora standing there, and she turns around. I 100% thought that those blue marks were going to appear on her face. Like the new Death has they made.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying.
I 100% thought it was going to be like the childhood embodiment of Death, and that the only reason that Thanos adopted and loved Gamora is because she reminded him of Death.
That'd be cool.
But that's apparently not what's going on.
I mean, I don't think they're going to throw Death in it at this point. There's enough goddamn characters, but...
And I don't think they can.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know how that would be explained.
I don't know.
Then again, there's shit that goes on in this movie left to right that I don't know how it could be explained.
Yeah. So we cut to Scarlet Witch and Vision.
Oh God, yes.
Yes. Vision's probably my only problem with this movie.
Because he was a human for a while?
No, he does fucking nothing. All he does is get stabbed repeatedly.
Yeah, but he can't. After he gets stabbed, it's Corvus Glaive's thing.
I get it.
He's not going to function properly.
But I feel like he takes on Ultron and does all that crazy shit in Age of Ultron, and then like he's supposed to be evolving and he just like doesn't do anything.
No, but they opened it up as soon as he came, and I understand your point that he didn't do shit because I was a little bummed out because I thought he was one of the most. The whole movie I was expecting him to do something else.
Yeah,
I was expecting him even once, and we're jumping ahead again. Even once the gem gets ripped out of his head and he turns gray, I was expecting White Vision, like the blank Vision, to come out and be a badass. Because I remember him being a badass in Avengers in the early 90s.
Yeah.
But no, he basically gets his ass kicked the whole movie. But they explain it when, as soon as he gets stabbed, the surprise attack by Corvus Glaive. Corvus Glaive's blade is of a material that, I guess, interrupts and hurts everything.
Yeah, he can't phase through it.
And he said it stopped me from phasing. 80% of Vision's powers is phasing?
You're right.
So, like, if he gets stabbed and he can't phase at all, he's gonna be worthless. And I think it also makes one of their most powerful characters not be there, so then there's kind of a, people can justify why it happened. Why it went how it went.
I get it. I mean, it wasn't like a deal breaker. I was just like, I thought you'd do something.
I kind of thought that Shuri would remove it, he would then become blank, and then he would be a badass on the battlefield.
Yeah. That didn't happen.
No.
But... So, Scarlet Witch and Vision want to be together, and then they get a sneak attack by Proxima and Glaive. And they're fighting him. Vision gets stabbed, and he's really wounded. And
Scarlet Witch is just being a badass,
yeah,
left and right.
She is a badass. And they're trying to get the mind gem from him, and then a train goes past, and there's Cap just standing there being shady.
In the shadows.
Oh, God.
Foreshadowing of him being shady. It's a metaphor.
So then Cap, Black Widow, Falcon, just those three.
Cap with a beard, please specify.
Cap with a beard.
And blonde Black Widow.
Blonde Black Widow. So they show up.
And Falcon, regular version.
Falcon just doesn't do it for me. I don't know.
Here's the problem with Falcon. He's badass if he's the only guy flying around. But and I'm jumping ahead again, it's going to happen. When they were in Wakanda battling, and he's flying around, and like, okay, Falcon, you're cool, whatever. And then you see fucking War Machine dropping nukes out the back of his back, just destroying hundreds of people. I'm like, Falcon, let's pick it up.
Yeah, what are you doing?
Let's fucking pick it up a notch.
At this point, you're just reconnaissance.
Yeah.
You're not even doing anything.
Yeah.
So
is Falcon in this?
Yes.
And there's a badass part in here?
It's an interesting part.
Okay.
It's a very interesting one
Yes.
part. We'll get to that. I was like, interesting.
You've heard of the bird mind, but let's continue.
I've heard of it, I just don't. Yeah. Anyway, so they save Vision. They hurt Glaive. They let Proxima and Glaive live because they're good guys, I guess. I don't know.
They said we won't let you live again, and they said you won't have another chance.
Oh, we'll see. So they get them. They go back to the new Avengers base. War Machine's there
with his legs.
With his legs. Good for him. And they decide they need to go to Wakanda to hopefully get the mind gem out of Vision so Wanda can destroy it.
And because there's somebody there.
Bucky's yes, the White Wolf.
The White Wolf is there with a new arm. And Raccoon, and just moving ahead again, Rocket wants that arm.
He does.
He tried to get the gun, he said, well, what about the arm?
I love that part when Bucky just lifts up Rocket and then shooting his arm. I mean, I don't know. Also, shout out to Thor calling Rocket a rabbit the whole time.
It's solid.
I loved it.
All of Thor's jokes were good. They were all of Thor's interaction with the Guardians was really good.
And then you see the sad, emotional side of Thor, and it was too much. I feel like this man's been through he has been through hell and
1,300 years of it.
Yeah, I mean, it's like shit.
Or well, how long did he say he lived? 1,500 years?
1,500 years.
Which, by the way, I thought about that when he said it. He said, I've lived for 1,500 years and killed twice that many enemies. So let's just sit back for a second. Thor has killed 3,000 living beings.
Hey, war's war, man.
Let him fucking retire. Let Thor go and hang out.
I mean,
and another quick problem I have with the movie is they play off no Ant-Man and Hawkeye just because they're on a contract. The universe is at fucking jeopardy. No, they're busy. They're worked somewhere.
I'm sure that's going to tie in Avengers 4 somehow.
And I mean, the Ant-Man and Wasp movie is probably going to address it too. Hawkeye's going to be in it, obviously.
Yeah, hopefully. That'd be cool.
Or if they just do away, because they didn't say Wasp wasn't there. They just show us that Wasp was there the whole time and she was just buzzing around, fucking shit up.
She might disappear at the end.
Listen, we're not there yet.
Okay, sorry. Whatever.
No spoilers within the spoilers.
Oh,
this isn't spoilerception.
We jump around everywhere else.
This isn't spoilerception.
Okay, so God, so they were Wakanda now. I feel like missing a whole
I'm sure you
side
are.
of a plot
I'm
point.
sure you are. Because Thanos fights, they fight a Titan for a while.
Yeah, so Thanos has Soul Gem. He gets the Reality Gem.
He has the Power Gem already.
He has the Power Gem and the Space Gem. He needs the Time Gem and the Mind Gem still. So he goes to Titan, and people left to fight him there are Star-Lord, Drax, Mantis, Peter, Doctor Strange, and Tony.
Correct.
Okay. Man, a lot happens in this movie. So they fight him. They all get together, get a plan. They almost get the gauntlet off him. And then Star-Lord realizes... Well, Mantis kind of tells him. And then Thanos does confirm that he killed Gamora. And Peter kind of snaps and just starts punching Thanos in the face and messes up the whole plan. And he gets the gauntlet back, I think.
Yes. And I just think, how different could this have went had they gotten that gauntlet off of Thanos?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know what they would have done.
Love gets in the way. I'll tell you what they would have done. Rocket would have thrown it on its fucking hand.
Yeah, it would have. I thought it was great. I feel like that is Peter Quill. He's reckless.
Driven by emotion.
Yes. And he's kind of a man-child. It's...
And everybody was too preoccupied to stop him from doing it.
Yeah, because they all had their own...
But I do love the idea that... what gems did he still need?
He needed time and mind.
The fact that he was that mentally strong to totally almost beat Mantis's... That's her power.
Yeah.
Her power is to do that. And the fact that she was like, he's so strong. The fact that he's so mentally strong without the mind gem. That it took all of them to hold him still with her doing that. I loved that.
It was fantastic.
And all it took was like a punch to hit for him to break out of it.
Yeah.
And then he just went nuts.
He did go nuts. That's when he pulls the fucking moon down on Tony.
Yes.
Which takes you to Tony versus Thanos, which was way better than I thought. I didn't expect it to go any way that it did.
I still kind of have an issue with the one guy versus a guy with four power gems, or with four of the Infinity Stones. Just because from reading all of the... I've read, and this is me being a pedantic asshole that has read all the books with the Infinity Stones and read all of the Jim Starlin shit through the years, that a person with one gem is supremely powerful. And I get it, it's the whole grasping it completely, like understanding completely how to use it and function it, but there's just, I don't know. And I guess Thanos did want to kind of show his dominance physically without using the gems. I do understand that as well.
Yeah, and at some point, I get it, but how can you have a believable battle at all with someone that has unlimited power, pretty much?
And I'm 100% onto that as well. It's just, and if I wasn't a Thanos fanboy as much as I was, it wouldn't have been an issue at all. But because Thanos is my favorite character, period.
I think the way the whole movie ended makes everything else okay.
I'll agree with that.
So Tony and Thanos are fighting, and it's fantastic. Fuck it, Thanos just has probably the best line. Also, weird thing that Thanos knows of Tony.
What?
I just find it weird that he knows who Tony Stark is.
Whenever Tony saved Earth,
yeah,
when he was fighting the Chitauri, when he flew up into space, into the hole, there was a mind connection between him and Thanos. That's why Tony knows about Thanos. There was some type of connection there between the two. That's why they know of each other.
Okay.
That's what it was, because the whole beginning plot of the movie was Tony saying, "Yeah, it's been in my head. I know. I think about him every day. I see him every day. I know who it is. I know what's happening." And I guess that's when Thanos learned of him as well. Like, something happened.
Yeah, and then I like Thanos' line where he says, "I hope they remember you."
Yeah.
It's very, I don't know. It's like a respect thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it was interesting. It wasn't very Thanos-like, or it may have been.
I think it was the most Thanos-like. I don't know.
It may have been Thanos-like in the way of it doesn't really matter in the end. Like, I hope they remember you for the time they have left.
I more so saw it as Tony's just a man, and he's willing to stand up against him and actually, cut him.
Yeah, well, all that for a drop of blood. I thought that was the most famous.
The
most Thanos line.
That was pretty badass too. And then Thanos just fucking stabs him right in the gut.
But doesn't just kind of leaves him to die though. And Tony kind of patches it up real quick.
Well,
but I thought that was it. I thought that was the end of Tony.
Yeah,
because
I thought it was too.
When you go in knowing that these characters are not going to continue their contracts are going to be up. You know what I mean? Like, basically these are some of the last runs for some of these major characters. Like, all right, well, Tony has to die, Cap's going to die, Thor, toss up. But, like, I thought it was Tony and Cap were, I thought, pretty much steadfast. We're expecting them
That's
to
what
die.
I was thinking. But
they're still, we still got a ways to go.
I was going to say, this movie and Avengers 4 were filmed back to back, so
we still got a ways to go.
Who knows? We'll get back to that in a minute. Strange makes a deal with Thanos to spare Tony's life, and he gives him the time gem.
What does he say?
Oh, he says, now we're in the end game.
No, but when he gives up the gem, and Tony says, why would you do that? This line, to me, was the most pivotal line in the movie that justified the ending and why it was done.
I can't remember.
He said, it was the only way.
Okay, yeah, I remember that.
So, he went through every way in his head of how this could end with them winning. And to me, that line is directly opposite of the line when he gives him the gem and he goes, this is the only way. So in his head, I feel like Strange knows that this is what has to happen for them to win.
Oh, he does know.
Yeah. But I mean, I think that's what the line meant.
Yeah.
I think people saw it as a throwaway line. I think a lot of people probably saw it, and I might be reading too much into it myself.
I don't think you're reading too much into it at all. I feel like it's either he knew Thanos had to complete the gauntlet, or that Tony had to live.
Yeah.
So.
And I think people may have seen that as it's the only one can save your life or something like that. You know what I mean? But I think that was such a big line. Also, outside of the movie itself, do you understand the cheering? I still don't get it.
I don't. Every time someone came on screen, all the clapping and stuff. Yeah. I mean, when something badass happened, I perked up a little bit. I didn't clap.
I'm not yelping.
No, there's no need for that.
I could see if we're in the premiere with the director.
Yeah.
Or the actors.
Yeah. If Chris Pratt's behind me, I'm clapping all day.
I mean, you can clap. I'll be sucking them off.
Well, we got to take turns.
Okay. Actually, Chris Pratt might be like number 3 or 4 on who I'm trying to suck off on that cast.
I don't know. I don't even know who's first.
Oh, yeah, you do. Sybil. Come on, don't overthink this shit.
Black Panther?
He's not number 1. If we're on the cast of this movie, just this movie, he's not number 1. But if we're talking all... this is a weird line we're going down. If we're talking all Marvel Cinematic Universe, I mean, Killmonger's up there.
Okay.
Killmonger's up there. But no, it's Chris Hemsworth. He's number 1. And I don't even like bearded, like rugged, manly men.
Okay.
I prefer the feminine men, which I guess that would be Doctor Strange too a bit, but he's kind of, I don't know.
I could see it.
Kind of too egotistical. That his ego kind of gives him a masculinity.
Okay, dude, you're getting way deep into this.
This is what I do. That's what this is about.
I love it. I just.
Who are you trying to suck off?
I don't know. Probably
a tree.
No, not Groot.
That'd be pedophilia, sir.
Maybe
he's a child.
I guess he is, huh? I don't know.
Idris Elba's up there.
I'm sure Batiste has a crank on him, so.
Idris Elba's up there.
Well, yeah.
That's for sure.
I'd probably take Drax.
Actually, here we go. This is where we'll end it. The guy who's the most my type in the entire movie is absolutely Loki.
That makes sense.
Because he's more feminine. He's more effeminate. He has gorgeous flowing locks, nice lean body.
I could see it.
Okay, so where were we after we went down a suckfest?
We'll love a good suckfest. So Thanos gets the time gem. He needs one more of the mind gem. Cuts back to Earth, where there's a big ass battle going down in Wakanda.
What were these things? Do we have any idea?
I have no idea.
At first, I thought they were symbiotes.
They kind of look like it. They have 6 arms.
But I don't think they can be, can they?
No. No.
Although Marvel does have the rights to them, correct? Because they're in the Spideyverse.
Yeah, I guess. I don't think they are, but
yeah, I don't think they are either. Especially, I don't think they would do that with the Venom movie coming up. Also.
Yeah, you're right. Or maybe it's one left.
Yeah, potentially, but who cares?
Yeah.
They were these crazy creatures. But by the way, I loved how they showed the defenses of fucking Wakanda are wild.
Yeah, they are.
How good are the defenses of Wakanda? Just completely obliterated a ship falling on them.
Yeah, they're too good.
It's gone. Shuri's working on this super advanced surgery to get this mind gem out of Vision and like reformulate his mind so it still stays connected while this battle's going on. And if there's one guy who's ineffective in this battle, as cool as it was, it's fucking
Falcon?
No, it's fucking Bucky. He's had a gun.
Well, I mean, he's really good with it.
I loved the moment where Black Panther and fucking Cap were sprinting ahead of everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I love that.
That was badass.
I think it's all... But in the same sense, Bucky could do the same? Like, because didn't Bucky and Black Panther run the same speed? No, Bucky was on a motorcycle.
Well, Bucky can definitely run as fast. He's a super soldier serum, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, he just doesn't want to run.
He's hanging out. He wants to hang out with his gun.
He's long range.
He's long range. Sniper.
Yeah.
Black Panther, I think... I love Wakanda. I loved everything about this. I was so fucking pumped up the Jabari tribe showed up.
Yeah, as soon as M'Baku was there, I
was so pumped up.
I'm like, Brand loves
I was
it.
fucking stoked up. By the way, he's up there too. He's top 5.
I believe it.
But I love how they have such a primitive idea of battle, but it's so advanced with their weaponry and shit like that.
That's strange.
And I loved every aspect of it. But the fact that it was written how they had to break the barrier in order to protect themselves because they could come around. They were going to circle it. They said break the barrier. And then Thor comes in with potentially the most badass entrance in the history of the Marvel movies.
Yes.
Which was ruined for me by a line I heard behind me.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
That would have been the perfect time for some Led Zeppelin.
Oh. I didn't hear that.
Which is never a time. That's when that time is. Never.
Oh, but I'm sorry. Because that was badass. He just came in fucking
It was amazing.
Stormbreaker.
It was amazing. And he's just destroying shit.
Yeah, and then him and...
And if I'm honest, the thought in my head when that happened was, why is he not the leader? Why is Thor not the leader of the Avengers? And I get it because it adds, you have to have planning and shit. It's not just going and swinging for the fences. Strategician.
Yeah.
Nope.
Strategic.
No, strategician is not the word. Although strategic magician.
Oh.
My new band name.
I like it.
We only play covers of David Blaine tricks.
I'll think about that for a while. Anyway, we get Steve's like, nice, showed up. And then they made fun of each other's beard and haircuts.
One of them's shady.
I don't understand.
He's doing shady shit.
I don't understand.
There's something going on.
Yeah, I like when Thor introduced Groot to Steve. And he's like, I am Groot. And he's like, I am Steve Rogers.
Yes.
But Thor just comes in, just fucking starts decimating shit. It's insane. Scarlet, Okoye, is it Okoye?
Mm-hmm.
And, Scarlet comes later, but Okoye and Black Widow are fighting Proxima Midnight.
Oh my god, it's fucking great.
It is great. It's badass. It's so cool actually seeing the more grounded characters hold their own against shit like this. Yes. Black Widow killed it for me. I think she did great she didn't have as much screen time as everyone else, but really enjoyed it. She's getting her own movie, so.
Is she?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yeah.
So she's still playing the character then?
Yeah.
Okay.
So she should be.
Because I don't think she has a monster contract like the other people.
No, I don't think she does either.
She might after the Black Widow movie.
Yeah. I'll definitely go see it.
Obviously. What? Are we just saying things that are obvious now?
Well, there's some I didn't see Spider-Man in theaters.
At all?
No.
Well, I mean, that's kind of not in the Avengers universe either, though. It is
now.
But I mean, before it wasn't.
Yeah.
But you're going to see Spider-Man 2. Never mind, it's not going to happen. That joke will become more apparent when we get to the end of the
So they kill Proxima Midnight. Bruce in the Hulkbuster kills...
Hold on, they don't kill Proxima Midnight.
Okay, Scarlet
Witch
looks like a big harvester on her.
Comes down out of the fucking sky to fuck shit up and is unbelievably powerful.
She is unbelievably powerful.
I'm gonna be honest, there was one moment where I thought it was gonna happen. Like, I thought while Thanos was holding her back and he was, like, fucking with Vision, I thought she was gonna, like, say a line somewhere along the lines of no more something. Like, no more Mind Gem or, like, no more Thanos. And it was just gonna, like, lead to something else.
That would have been cool.
I saw somebody said, I told you about how I read those fake reviews. Like,
yeah.
Like, it was crazy at the end of Infinity War when Scarlet Witch said no more normies.
I didn't watch any of those. I should have watched some of those.
But Proxima Midnight gets killed. Who kills Black Dwarf? Obscene Call.
That is Bruce in the Hulkbuster.
Yes, because he attaches his like thing to what, his boot or something, or his arm.
His arm, and
shoots him up into the
shield.
So then Thanos is alone, but somehow in a place where there's no actual battle going on. Like, he just finds Vision and begins to rip it out. Scarlet Witch there, and Scarlet Witch kind of holds her own for a little bit against Thanos, like very shortly, and then Cap appears and throws a punch. This is here. You explain where this happens here. Thanos throws a punch, and Cap catches the punch.
Yeah.
And Thanos looks at him quizzically. You're telling me that, because maybe if he didn't have the power gem, I understand, but that's a physical action.
But you gotta understand, it showed when Thanos actually used the gems. He wasn't using the gems. Every time he used a gem, a color or
a sound.
I think he's more impressed that a human fucking was holding his own against him.
But I thought we had and I get it, because remember, I was on board when Cap moved Mjolnir, if you recall.
Yeah.
But that's not about strength either. That's about willpower.
Yeah.
But I always thought that strength-wise, Thor and Cap were pretty even. Because Thor is a demigod. And I'm okay with Cap being demigod strength status, but he's not a fucking Hulk. He doesn't get angrier and stronger the angrier he gets.
No, but I feel like...
By the way, I'm 100% fine with the scene itself. I'm alright with it. I think it was a badass
I just feel like Cap was willing to die in that situation.
Or something shady's going on.
What is shady going on?
He has his own gems.
What, is he going to be brainwashed by Illuminati?
I'm going to be honest. I thought that's how this was going to end.
Oh, yeah? Reed Richards.
No, with who's left? Like, I thought, like, with who's left, they were going to, like... I mean, I guess it could still happen, but they each take a gem, and that could lead us into another phase of what they do with the gems, and we do have an Illuminati. I would love an Illuminati movie.
That would be badass. We got it, everybody.
Although, sorry, Namor. Take off.
We don't have Namor. We don't have Black Bolt. We kind of have Black Bolt.
We kind of have Black Bolt. Technically, we do have Black Bolt.
And that's it, right? He was the only one.
Yeah, because it's Cap, Reed, Black Bolt, Namor, Tony. Tony wasn't involved after the first Illuminati, I don't think. So who took his spot? We're supposed to be a comic book show. Although this is the most comic book type show we've done in weeks.
Oh, certainly.
Right, continue talking about the battle.
So after Cap catches that punch, fucking Vision, Scarlet destroys the Mind Gem and
essentially killing Vision.
Fucking blew him to pieces.
And he says, "I love you" as she's doing it.
Awful. Holy God.
Oh, his actual line, when he says the line, is "You can't hurt me," or something like that.
Yeah.
"You can't hurt me. You've made me feel," or something like that. Something along those lines. Fantastic, though.
And then Thanos just uses a time gem and puts... I thought it was a little dark how it just kind of pieces of Vision's goddamn head back together.
It was fucking wild.
But he does that. He takes the gem and he's got the gauntlet complete.
And at that moment, that was the moment where I said to myself, I actually got a little down. Because I was like, no. Because, like, that's supposed to be the end-all, be-all. And I get it has happened in the comics before. But I thought, And I knew how far we were into the movie. Like, it was pretty fucking far. I said, they can't fucking destroy him this fast with a fucking Infinity Gauntlet. Because in my head, I was still thinking, they're going to wrap this thing up and beat Thanos somehow.
Yeah.
Or at least halt him. Well, that doesn't happen.
No.
Thanos essentially completes the gauntlet and immediately snaps his fingers.
Well, Thor has one last fucking go at
Oh,
it.
yeah, I have a problem with this, too.
What?
He has the fucking gauntlet complete. And he's going to allow the Stormbreaker to come the whole way to him and then into him.
Well, you can understand, the Stormbreaker is a god-killing weapon. And again, Thanos, he just got all the gems. I mean,
I guess he just became godlike. I guess I get that.
And
can I say that I hope there's one thing that doesn't happen?
what?
I hope, much like the comics, Thanos doesn't die. So he can come back in another cycle with more knowledge of the gems and do it all over again. It's not going to happen. They're going to kill him.
Yeah.
They're going to kill him. There's especially after the way this fucking movie ends, they're going to have to kill him.
Yeah, so Thor throws Stormbreaker, it goes into Thanos' chest, and Thor's like, I told you were going to die for that. And Thanos is like, you should have aimed for the head, and snaps his fingers.
Yeah. And then, I'm not really going out on a limb here by saying everybody dies.
Yes. Almost everybody dies.
And it's in a way where, I mean, there's a legit, it has to be the longest and biggest death scene in a movie, potentially. Short of Titanic?
And it was awful. It wasn't like people just fucking blinked out of existence.
It was people fading into ash.
Oh.
And character by character by character by character, every single person. Which was the hardest one for you? Which was the one where you said, wow, that one's rough? Because there was two for me. I had top two.
Oh.
You could guess my number one, and it's kind of dumb, but it happened.
Honestly, mine was probably Drax.
Really?
Because he's a strong man thing. He was like, he seemed so sad, asking Quill what would happen, and then, I don't know. Like,
It was a tough one. My number one was just Black Panther.
Oh, yeah.
He reached down to help Okoye up, and he said, come. And then, like, she went to grab his hand, and it just faded into ash, and, like, her stunned look.
Yeah.
And then number two, I think, might have been the most emotional one, was Peter.
Yeah. Yeah, that was...
Like, what's happening? I'm sorry. Like it was his fault.
Yeah, that was
a tough one.
It was.
But, I mean, essentially, and this isn't exaggerating, the only heroes that we see that are left are Cap, Tony, Hulk, Black Widow, Doctor Strange is dead.
He's dead. Nebula's alive. We totally left her out, but Nebula does help on Titan.
And she's badass, too.
Yeah.
Is Nebula still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. And then who else? Because there's more than that. It's basically the original team.
War
Doctor
Machine
Strange is dead, right?
Yeah, Doctor Strange dead. War Machine's
still alive.
Falcon's not.
Tony's still alive.
Yeah.
I already said Tony.
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Scarlet's gone.
Scarlet and Vision are gone. All the Guardians are gone.
Well, back to the thing. Vision's body's still there, so...
Vision's body is still there, and technically Groot's still exists on Stormbreaker?
I guess. Yeah, Groot left.
Thor's still alive.
Oh, Rocket's still alive. Yeah, Thor's still alive. Rocket's still alive.
Yeah, because Rocket watched Groot disappear.
Oh, God. It's awful.
Yeah. And then the post-credit scene we see... Well, hold on. We'll still talk about the people fading away. So essentially, every good person that they spent the past 10 years getting us to fucking invest in. It's just such a comic book move.
Yeah.
Because this happens yearly in comics.
Yes.
Not to this extent where everybody dies, but to the extent where, holy shit, what the fuck just happened?
Yeah, and when he snaps his fingers, I assume he's talking to... I don't know if the gems work like they do in the comics, but with the soul gem, the souls get trapped in the soul gem.
Correct.
So he's talking to little Gamora, and...
She says, was it worth it? He says, yeah. And then, essentially, the final scene of the actual movie is him, like, walking out of a cabin and kind of smirking?
Yeah, just watching sunset like he said he was going to do earlier.
Yeah.
And that's it.
And the ending of this movie is Thanos wins.
Yeah.
Thanos fucking wins.
Just wins.
The feeling in the theater was so surreal. Because everybody's so used, especially with these movies, everybody's so used to getting tied up.
Yeah, everyone, whoa, everyone, we made it. No.
We did it. And it was, hey guys, fuck off. They swung for the fences. They hit home runs on every one they fucking swung for. And I can't wait for the next movie.
They didn't even, the only thing that said, usually they said, oh, the Avengers will return in this. The only thing it says Thanos will return. Doesn't say movie, just said Thanos will return.
And the post-credit scene, where, the post-credit scene, because there's not one after the first set of credits like there usually is.
Yeah.
The post-set credit scene is Cherbotsky and Nick Fury driving, and shit starts happening, and people on Earth, just normal people, are disappearing, because he said he's going to kill half the people in the universe. Not half the Avengers, half of everybody.
Yeah.
And it was just, seemingly random, but it's interesting that only the veteran Avengers are alive, and Rocket, and War Machine.
Well, again, their contracts are up, so they're actually disposable.
Yes. Yes. So, as they're fading away, he sends a page, an intergalactic page, to a symbol, which is a star, and a little zigzag line, which we know is Captain Marvel.
Yes.
Now, you knew that going in?
No.
You didn't?
No.
Okay, behind me I heard this before it happened who it was.
I mean, once I saw the symbol, I was like... Oh.
During the credits.
Oh, really?
While they were running.
Oh, I'm sorry. Obviously, you need to shut these down. Like, just listen in front of you.
They were too busy yelling, and I was trying to hear what other words they were saying other than fuck.
A lot of people were really angry in that theater after Thanos won.
Oh, so good. It was so good. And then, talking about afterwards, this is where I'm at. The only people that we know for sure that are dead: Loki,
yes,
Heimdall, Gamora. Those are the three we know and all the Black Order.
The only one I'm not sure about, Gamora, because if she is trapped in the Soul Gem with everyone else, when they get them out,
technically you could.
I mean, she didn't disappear like the other ones.
But maybe her body did from the ground.
Yeah, we don't. I mean, you don't know.
Or maybe when the Soul Gem was made, she went into it. Like her whole being went into it.
Yeah, I mean,
because he just appeared on the outside of the Soul Gem.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
But the only ones you know for sure that are probably not coming back is Loki, which is fucking a big one. That's a big one.
That is a big one.
Which I think they needed it. But was it as much a surprise to you that because he kills Heimdall, which is a pretty big fucking name. Yeah. And like, Jesus Christ. And then 10 seconds later he kills Loki? I'm like, holy shit. Like, they set fucking Thanos up. And I think they needed it, too.
It was the first, 5 minutes of the movie. I'm like, oh, God, hold on. Seatbelts on. Strapped in.
All in all, where does it rank for you in these movies? In all the Marvel Universe, period, of all time.
My previous favorite would have been Winter Soldier.
Okay.
But this gave me everything Winter Soldier did and made it grander. Honestly, I mean, I'd probably have to go back and see it. Maybe I'm too caught up in the moment of all that fucking happened. It's probably the best Marvel movie I've seen.
See, I'm gonna go see it again probably Monday or Tuesday-ish. It's number 2 for me because I still didn't, as much as I loved it, and as I loved Thanos, I thought it was amazing. I thought it was an amazing piece of movie. It did everything right. It hit all the right notes. It swung for the fences. But I didn't leave with that feeling for me where I was like, holy shit, that's the greatest movie I ever saw. And that's what Black Panther did to me. And Black Panther is still my number 1 overall. And if I'm being honest, this is only number 3 on the list. It didn't pass up Paddington 2.
Oh, God. Whatever.
Paddington 2 is so good. I don't know why you hate it. You've never seen it.
Maybe I'll give it a try for you.
I'll let you borrow it on Blu-ray.
The day you don't do that. I forgot my weights.
Oh, that's right, actually. You didn't even notice
that? Oh, no! Nice!
Goodwill find.
Oh, sick Goodwill find.
It's one of the greatest Goodwill finds of all time.
Pretty much. Well, we can use that to segue into some wrestling.
Yes, we did. But with wrapping up Infinity War, amazing movie. I hope you've seen it. If you didn't and you watched this, sorry.
You're welcome, Brian.
We said enough. If he wants to continue. By the way, real quick, just following up on some things. The original Illuminati looked to be Namor, Tony Stark, Reed Richards, Black Bolt, Stephen Strange, and Professor X. So we're not going to get that.
Oh, no.
We're not going to get that. Other members continue. We have Black Ant, the current members, because you remember they came back with that new Illuminati, but it wasn't like the ones that held the Infinity Stones. They were just a new Illuminati. Black Ant, Enchantress, the Hood, Mad Thinker, Thunderball, and Titana. Previous Illuminati: Amadeus Cho, Beast, Black Bolt, Black Panther, Captain America, Captain Britain, Doc Green, Doctor Strange, Iron Man, Medusa, Mr. Fantastic, Namor, Professor X, and Yellow Jacket.
We could swing all those. A good bit of them.
But another thing I want to say before we go into this, when I bought all those books from New Dimension for that sale, I picked up just a random copy of Secret Invasion because it has a badass Vision cover, and I was like just flipping through it. Secret Invasion storyline is fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And it would make an incredible movie because the way it starts out is a ship right? just crashes, and Tony and Cap and like the biggest Avengers walk out and they say, "We've been held captive for fucking years." And the rest of the people were Skrulls. Maybe years might be an exaggeration, but they say, "We've been held captive."
No, it is a long time.
That's fucking incredible.
It is.
That's an incredible story. I need to give credit to who wrote that because that's a great storyline. I hope we get that eventually. But what are we talking about next? What time are we at? Where are we at?
We're really far. We're at an hour.
Do you just want to do Backlash picks, or do you want to go over Greatest Royal Rumble real quick?
Let's talk. Let's try to get another. We can get everything else in a half
hour. Greatest Royal Rumble was
what about NXT?
Yesterday. We went and saw NXT Sunday.
Was that Sunday? Yeah,
last Sunday. And when it was over, I sprinted out of there so I didn't buy that belt.
You should have.
I sprinted out of there because I saw Alistair with it, and it looked so fucking badass that I just had to run out.
I really enjoyed it. That was the first time I ever seen live wrestling.
I thought it was an amazing time. Yeah, there wasn't a bad seat there.
No.
It was so close to everything.
It was. It was awesome. People were out in the crowd, kind of. You could have literally touched John in wrestling if you were paying any attention.
Listen, I was paying all the attention, but here's the thing. When he ran out, Tara said, "Did he run right there?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh, shit." I said, "What?" She's like, "What if I was down there?" I was like, "What are you going to do, Tara?" She's like, "I don't know, trip him?"
Why?
Also, by the way, I hope you agree with me now. Johnny Gargano is the greatest heel in wrestling.
Yeah, he's pretty good.
A great heel is not only a super bad guy, but he's fun to boo. He makes you want to boo him.
Oh, yes.
I love Tommaso Ciampa.
I was booing.
I may have said Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, you did.
I love Tommaso Ciampa.
I know who you're talking about.
I love Tommaso Ciampa, but he is so fun to boo. Like, as soon as he came out, I just wanted to boo him. And I love him. I guess he's also doing like a kayfabe thing where he won't pitch any t-shirt ideas. Because he says, no, no.
I wish I could get a gif of EC3 calling Johnstown a dump. That was amazing.
EC3 is amazing, and he absolutely sacrifices flexibility for mass.
Oh, what a sell he had! He took a super kick and and then landed on his ass. It was amazing. I popped a little.
If there were only two issues I had with the whole thing, by the way, had an amazing time, loved it. There was a guy sitting beside me that did not have a good time.
Oh yeah.
There were four. By the way, this is another thing. And you might have been upset by this, but I loved it. There were four little girls that sat behind me that just screamed at the highest pitch of their voice the whole time. I fucking loved it.
Oh, there was a little girl in front of us just booing Nikki Cross. It was awesome. I was like, that's fun.
It was see, the girls behind me were chanting on Bianca Belair, which I was pumped up. I love Bianca Belair. And I like Candice LeRae too, but I like Bianca Belair.
I was sick of that guy screaming to get a haircut.
Yeah.
It was funny once.
Yeah.
Barely.
Barely is the correct term.
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Yeah. But they were popped so, and then they fucking popped so hard for Velveteen Dream. As did everybody. If there's one thing that this showed me is that Velveteen Dream is a legit future superstar.
He's over.
He's so over in Johnstown, Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
Johnstown, Pennsylvania, he's over as shit. He has to be, like, you know what I mean? That's not a character you'd think would even be over in this area.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Like,
you're right.
Everything about that character screams Western Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Coal miner town. No, I should stay away from there. But he was over. It was great. If there's two things that I had a problem with, and problem is strong as personal.
Uh-huh.
No Adam Cole. I really wanted to see
Adam
Adam
Cole. Yeah, I wanted to see Adam Cole. That's fair.
And then 2 is, I think the main event should have been a little longer.
I agree.
I get not wanting to get your top guys hurt.
Yes.
I get that. And we had a match of main event quality between Street Profits and
was
the Lost Brothers.
Probably almost match of the night for me.
Well, what would we compete with it? The main event? The main event was good.
No, not the main event. I really, that was a weird botch end to that Kyrie Sane.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, I don't either.
Still don't know what happened.
But I really liked EC3 and Ono.
It was great.
But that tag team match was...
I think if EC3 and Ono went longer.
Yeah.
But the tag team, the Street... I liked the Street Profits before. I'm so sold on the Street Profits now. Give them the tag titles.
And who was the other team? The
Lost Brothers.
The Lost Brothers. I like them bitching at the crowd. That was fun.
Do you know one of them is Blake, who was half of the tag team that Alexa Bliss managed when she was in NXT?
Really?
The other guy's in 205 Live now.
Oh, cool.
Just a bit of information.
Yeah.
Because when they came out, Tara said, "Who's that guy? Or who are these guys?" I said, "Well, you know the one." Because I think those guys were only on one NXT so far, or at least maybe one of them.
That's probably why I didn't know who they were.
Yeah.
I thought they were jobbers like Gunner.
Is that his name?
He was the one guy who.
The first guy, the very first guy that came out had a match.
Yeah, he's in TNA, where he was. It's something Gunner.
I don't know. Either way, had a great time.
Mm-hmm.
Bought one shirt for $35.
Spent $36 on beer.
Did you? How many beers did you drink? 4.
Mm-hmm.
Did you call it tuned up?
Oh, I did get tuned up. It was awesome.
Did you?
I was having fun. I was just having fun.
Did you enjoy the yes chant for crop top? When Ricochet put that crop top on, I popped so hard.
That was fun. That was a fun thing.
I popped hard. Ricochet is unbelievable to see in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand who moves like that.
Grapes was pumped.
I think it would be the same way to see Will Ospreay. Like, it's the same idea. Like, how the fuck does a body move? Like, you see it on TV, and you're used to seeing, like, action movies and shit on the screen. Same thing. When you see a body move like that in real life, like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, I don't understand how this works. No, it was fantastic.
Somebody else did like and I hate to credit him with it, although he does I think have the best in current wrestling, is like a Kenny Omega dive out to the outside. Who did it?
I thought Ricochet did it.
Ricochet did do one, but
it was black.
It was, I think it might have been black, but it was done so well. And I just wanted to look across and see you because I know you fucking love those dives.
I did.
I don't know if it was him because that's a pretty fucking high risk move to have your champion do it.
It was definitely in the main event. I might have it on video.
Did you tape it?
I taped
That's
something.
fucking illegal.
Hey man,
I'm calling Vince.
You call Vince.
Sorry, I'm calling Trips. Vince doesn't give 2 fucks about NXT.
Yeah.
But yeah, great time. Do you have anything else to share from it?
No, I'd definitely go again.
I tried to start a chant during when Johnny Wrestling came out with his neck brace, but nobody caught on.
Oh, what was it?
Watch your neck.
Oh God. Oh boy.
And then I also tried a Johnny Not Cleared chant, but nobody wanted that either.
Oh, we got to see a main roster guy too.
Oh, No Way Jose?
Yeah.
He came out dancing.
I didn't expect him.
Came out dancing?
Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, that was fun.
And I'm going to be honest, Shayna Baszler's a pretty solid fucking champion. I think she works well as a champion.
She does. I wish I would have saw Ember Moon. But...
Yeah, would have been fun. But I like the way the roster's heading with Shayna Baszler being the champion because she has a wrestling style that you don't have to expose people when they wrestle her because she's still being protected. So like other people who wrestle her, their matches are going to be structured so they look good regardless.
Yeah, I like Kyrie Sane and Nikki Cross doing each other's, like they were doing a Periscope thing,
yes.
And then Nikki's weird.
I love
like
Nikki
growl
Cross.
thing.
I love Nikki Cross.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
Moving on to Greatest Royal Rumble.
The GRR.
The WWE GRR. It was on yesterday, starting at noon here. It ended at like 5-ish, I think. You didn't watch it till later, and you didn't finish it yet, so we can't talk about the Royal Rumble itself.
We can't talk about Royal Rumble. That's not my fault.
So we'll cover the rest and our picks. We have the casket match. Let's go. First match was Triple H versus John Cena, which, by the way, holy shit was the crowd into this.
I don't know why.
No, it's because I bet you 75% of the people there aren't huge wrestling fans. but it was like an event there.
Yeah.
So they went, and they only know because. Did you hear how hard they bought for fucking Orton?
No.
Did he not come out yet? In the
No.
Well, I mean, it's not really a fucking surprise.
Spoilers!
Not really a spoiler. But when you hear how hard they bought for Orton, you'll get it. You'll be like, oh, I get it. They only know the huge names.
I get it. Cena was being very slow in that match.
They were both very slow. They were both, but I think it may have been, and this might be me overthinking it, but Triple H, I think, may have said, hey, let's go, as old guys, put on this very slow, methodical match. It'll make the next match, the Cruiserweight Championship match, it'll make them look that much better because they're going so fast.
See, the way I got it, they just went out there and they just called it while they were doing it.
They probably did.
100%.
They probably did. There was that weird moment where Cena went for a drop kick and Triple H did kind of nothing.
Yeah. I don't know. It was just a match.
Yeah. I mean, it wasn't a blockbuster.
And then you're correct because the next match was so much better.
Yeah. But, by the way, John Cena won that match.
Yes, John Cena did.
We both called John Cena, by the way. And the next match, the Cruiserweight title match, which... Are you sold on Cedric Alexander yet? Because I am.
I'm sold on Cedric Alexander.
I love
Except his stupid back stuff.
Oh, yeah, there was... Oh, when... Almas is a main roster guy, too, by the way.
Is he?
Yeah. He's a main roster guy now. He came up.
Nice.
And, yeah. But... when he did at NXT, when he did that knee move in the corner, I said no.
I was going back stuff.
But when in the Race for Rumble, when Cedric Alexander countered the Selena Del Sol into that backbreaker, holy shit,
it was awesome.
He's unbelievable. I think Cedric Alexander is an amazing guy to put at the head of that cruiserweight division.
He definitely is, and he could pull off a choker. So.
He can pull off a choker. He can. And we both picked Cedric Alexander to retain on that one. Next up, we'll go casket match. Undertaker versus Rusev. And we both went with our hearts instead of our heads. And we should have not thought that Undertaker was a casket match in fucking a foreign country. But Undertaker won. But it went longer than Cena and Taker at Mania.
It did, and Rusev looked good in it.
I saw that he looked good until... It seemed kind of shitty when Undertaker buried both him and English in the fucking casket. Why was the casket so shallow?
I don't know. Usually they're like stupid, like Yokozuna size.
Like, the only thing I thought of was Undertaker's going to get thrown in there and he can't crawl out if it's deep.
That's possible.
But he didn't go in it. He was nowhere near it.
Yeah. And has Taker's hair been that crazy recently? Like, I don't know. It was everywhere. It was insane. Maybe it's just so hot.
I read somewhere they wanted him to wrestle like 6 or 7 matches this year.
Oh,
like come back for another run.
Just don't bury Rusev anymore. Literally and figuratively, please.
Back. Rusev might be done.
He's in the ground.
Done. He's dead. Him and Aiden English got buried together. Next up, we have the Intercontinental Ladder match between Seth Rollins, Samoa Joseph, The Miz, and Finn Balor.
What a goddamn match.
That's great.
I loved it.
It was a really good match. I love the ending. Like, it's a classic match with an ending you don't see.
Yeah.
Like, Rollins fucking springboarding onto the ladder and then grabbing the belt above his fucking head.
Yes. Finn doing that coup de grace onto Joe on top of that ladder.
Yes.
Oh.
I mean, these are 4 guys that are... Joe might be on the other side coming down, but they're at the top of their game. It's at least 3 guys that are at the top of their game. I think Joe can still go out there and perform, and Joe on the mic is one of the best here.
Yeah.
But he might be on the other side of that thing, heading down. Because he said I think he's been on record to say that his body is failing him. Like, he wants to do so many more things than he can do.
I mean, that's fair. It was a solid match. Finn busted open. Joe was bleeding.
You picked Rollins for this match, who retained. I picked Miz because I thought they were going to break the record.
Give him his record, yeah.
But I guess they have a match coming up at Backlash, which he may win it back. I don't know. But next up is the U.S. title match, Jeff Hardy versus Jinder Mahal. And the issue here is I picked Miz to win the Intercontinental Ladder match. And then I should have picked Jinder Mahal, because then the belts would have switched.
Yep.
But luckily I didn't, in this case, because you picked Rollins to retain, which keeps the belt, and then Jinder Mahal to win the title, which would have set the belt with the Intercontinental belt on the same show.
Yeah.
So luckily I did well by misguessing, because so did you. You picked Jinder Mahal to win. Jeff Hardy won, so we're back to even on this. Next up, we have the SmackDown Tag Team Championship match. But Bludgeon Brothers versus the Usos. We both picked the Bludgeon Brothers because why wouldn't they continue to make them strong?
Yeah. It was a pretty good match.
It was alright. Usos always deliver athletically. I don't know how far the Bludgeon Brothers can continue with this. That's my issue.
Yeah.
It seems it seems a bit limited in what they're doing.
Yeah, they're just kind of one-trick ponies at this point.
And on the other side of that, the Raw Tag Team Championship match, the Deleter of Worlds, do you see the amount of tag team moves they have together?
Yeah, it's insane.
Like, it shows you how much of a brilliant mind Matt is. Because you know that's Matt probably like, Bray, listen, we can move this move into this.
Well, he's been in a tag team for...
Yeah. And
ever.
Like every single one of their signatures is combined into one move.
Yeah.
It's amazing. They work so well together as a tag team, and their characters work well together. And I think that's why we both picked them to win the Raw Tag Team titles, and they did one.
I'm glad
the
they did.
expedition of gold is completed, yes!
I just don't want to... I just hope the bar stays together for a little while still.
I don't think the bar is going anywhere. They're too good. They're too good of a tag team. Because I think you still always need 10-post tag teams.
And I feel like if they split them up, then they're just going to go nowhere.
Well, they're not going to push Cesaro. They might give Sheamus another title run. They're not going to push Cesaro. Especially with his braces. Next we have WWE title match. AJ versus Shinsuke. Which, I'm going to say better match than Mania.
Very much a better match than Mania. I said that last time. Like, this is...
Was Brian watching this with you?
Yes.
Did he fall asleep? Is this where he fell asleep?
No, not yet. I don't think he fell asleep. He was still up for this one because he was bitching about something.
Because he was bitching of not seeing the Mania match because he was sleeping during it. He passed out during Mania during this match.
Yeah, and he commented on it. It's like, yeah, this is much better. I'm like, didn't see the other one, but it's whatever.
And I picked Shinsuke to win. You picked AJ by DQ. So neither of us get a point here because
I kind of do, right?
No, double count out is not disqualification. It was a double count, which by the way, I love. You know, I love a match with no winner because you can continue a story. It doesn't bury either guy. I wish we still had more 60-minute Broadways where we go 60 minutes with no winner draw.
I thought it was a good match, told a good story. Shinsuke still got to punch AJ in the nuts, which is his thing, and then AJ kind of snapped.
Yeah,
it was wonderful.
I liked it. Next up, we have Universal Championship cage match. Roman Reigns. The big dog!
Gonna be honest with you, it took me all morning to remember how this ended.
Versus Brock Lesnar. The ending was good.
I could not remember.
It was good. It was the Goldberg Vince Russo finish.
Yeah,
but it was good. I liked the ending. I'm gonna be honest. When it happened, I was really not interested in this match. Like I'm watching it and I'm just thinking, man, the whole way leading up to this match, I'm always bothered. Like I'm like, okay. Are we done like with this Lesnar UFC style matches where he does fucking 4 moves, and then as soon as he starts taking moves, Lesnar can sell.
Yeah,
like Lesnar sells his ass off when he gets hit with a Superman punch. His legs go wobbly. Like that's a fucking hell of a sell, and that gives me. And I also gained a little bit more respect for Lesnar this week when I saw. Did you see him playing soccer with Randy Orton and Cesaro?
Yeah,
like just kicking the ball around. Like for some reason, to me, I'm like, well, okay, you're hanging out with the boys. Like, to me, you don't think you're this big diva, guy who's just getting paid money and not giving a fuck about anybody else. Mm-hmm. You're still one of the boys, kind of.
I agree. I think my only problem with this match is, like, for some reason, their feud has turned into a just signature move match.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just all it is.
I tweeted during this, finishers are dead. I tweeted finishers
like,
are
that's
dead.
all they did.
Yeah.
Right out the gate. Like, I feel like Reigns either started with a Superman punch or a spear. I can't remember, but...
Yeah.
I was like...
I feel like
where's the build-up?
If the goal is to get Reigns over, having him not wrestle is not a good idea. Then again, Lesnar has fucking not been around, so he's over still. Maybe.
I don't know.
Okay,
ending, I guess. Belt didn't change.
Yeah, Lesnar retains, which gives me 1 point, so I'm up.
Damn. So no belts switched hands.
Well, the tag team championships did.
It was vacant.
But they still got it.
It's just strange. It's strange. I feel like, I don't know. This whole thing felt like an afterthought.
What, the whole show?
Yeah.
Oh, it was like a house show.
Yeah.
And then we can't talk about the 50-man Royal Rumble. But we can talk about Titus O'Neil.
Yes.
Potentially the greatest moment in wrestling. And the way I had to show you the live way it happened first because that's how I saw it, where you're watching, he's running down, camera cuts away, and then they cut back and you just see feet coming out from under. Like, that happened, and I did this. I'm looking at the TV, and then I saw him crawl, and then they played the replay, and I, like, flipped over my couch and was, like, laying on the ground, fucking laughing, because it was fucking amazing. Titus O'Neil just comes running down, trips on something, and slides not into the ring. Not a little bit under the ring, completely under the ring. His entire body is under the ring. And I thought in my head, like, if you're Titus O'Neil, the moment you're halfway under the ring, you're thinking, oh, shit. What the fuck?
Oh, God. And Corey Graves just losing it.
They just bury him for 10 minutes.
They keep showing replays?
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
It's amazing. Titus O'Neil tweeted, or sent a picture on Instagram later of him standing, like, by the ring, like it was before the show. He's like has his hand on it, and like where he fell under. And he like captioned it. It was at this moment that I knew I was going to make one of the greatest moments in Royal Rumble history. He's like, be on the lookout for that merch, so I can take him checks to the bank.
They will make a shirt,
huh?
They will make a shirt.
They will. Yeah, so we can't talk about that. But quickly we can make Backlash picks. I guess very quickly we can just run through them. WWE Championship match, AJ versus Shinsuke. Who you got?
Shinsuke. Also, Shinsuke's new theme is fucking fire.
It's good. It's really good. And it's so, I think it's so people can't sing along with it.
Yeah.
It's like a heelish thing.
Yeah.
I'm going Shinsuke as well.
I'm going to sing along to it. I'm going to learn it.
Okay. Next we have a non-title match because he lost. Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joseph. Who you got? It's my turn. I'll pick first. I would like to see them put Joe over here. Somehow they're still going to fucking put Reigns over because Reigns is going to get a match with Lesnar. I think you put Samoa Joe in a match with Lesnar. Make it happen again. Because you remember it happened once. It was pretty fucking badass.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
I gotta.
But see, Joe only took one F5 and he lost.
Yeah. So
Roman could take at least 7.
I'm gonna have to take the big dog, Roman Reigns.
Let's get fucking weird. Give me Joe.
Oh, Samoa Joseph. Next up, IC title match: Seth Rollins versus The Miz. Who you got?
Well, I feel like Seth's gonna hold on to it for a little bit.
So you're taking Rollins
because I feel like Miz is. Wow, I feel like Miz is gonna have his feud with Daniel coming up.
Yeah, but does it make it more if it's for the IC?
Yeah, I was thinking that. No, I don't think it needs a title. I really.
I don't think it does either, but I think it adds to it.
It could. It'd be nice seeing him strap on.
So you're going Rollins then?
Yeah, nice seeing him strap on Daniel again.
I'm going Miz just because I fucking have to vote for him. I love him. Next up, the match that we all were clamoring for, the match we all wanted to see: Daniel Bryan versus Big Cass.
Is it my pick? Or is it your?
Oh, I'm taking Daniel Bryan. I don't even want to talk about this match. I hate Big Cass.
Give me Daniel Bryan, because come on. I mean,
Raw Women's Championship match: Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. WrestleMania rematch.
I don't know. Give me Bliss.
Taking Bliss.
I feel like she's gonna win with someone's help.
Who?
Mickey James dead? Did Nia destroy her?
She might be dead. So you're taking Alexa Bliss?
Yeah.
I gotta go Jax because I think she continues. I think she continues the run a little bit. SmackDown Women's title: Carmella versus Charlotte. Which Carmella has been amazing with this heel work.
I like it.
Who you got?
I
mean, it has to be through nefarious ways if it's up to me, though. You know what I mean? Because I feel like
Carmella can't go toe-to-toe with Charlotte in a ring in a clean match.
Don't get me wrong. Charlotte's going to make this match look great.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to go with Carmella. I bet you the Iconics fuck something up.
Okay, so you're going with Carmella. As am I. Because I think the Iconics, I fucking love the Iconics. I love them. So I think they come out as well. Although, I would love to see the Iconics with Charlotte. Like, I'd love to see Charlotte turn heel, but she can't be heel as long as Carmella's heel champion. I get that, too. United States Championship: Jeff Hardy versus Randall Orton versus Shelton Benjamin.
I feel like you just throw fucking Orton in everything for no reason.
I think these are predictions for matches.
Oh. I mean, it's next week, so...
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these are actual matches. Do you just want to do what we have here, and then if these matches get confirmed?
Yeah, and then we'll do it. Okay.
Yeah, these are weird shit. Yeah, I don't think Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt are gonna go up against Ziggler and McIntyre already for the tag team titles. Although I fucking love that combo, man.
It's interesting.
It's
I like
so
it.
good.
I like it.
So
We got 6 minutes. It'll be an even 1:30.
what?
Talk about some books real quick. I read books, so we're going to talk about it. We got Avengers No Surrender, Part 15. I believe this is second to last. The last issue is just a wrap-up. Did you read this?
What do you think?
Maybe?
Yes.
Okay. It comes down to they're fighting... What's the other guy called? Not the Grandmaster. His brother? I don't remember his name.
If you wouldn't ask me, I'd have been able to tell you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's badass, though.
He is badass. There's a weird moment where...
He reminds me like Tarax.
Where Falcon can use his bird sense to get in his head.
No, hold on. He can use his bird sense to connect with his head, with his bird mind. And then Synapse enters his head through...
I like the concept. I don't get him having a bird mind, though. Weird.
He's always been connected with birds.
No, not Falcon.
He's evolved from birds.
Either way,
we're all evolved from birds.
It was weird. And then you have what's the he's been like the D-lister that's been like the main point of this.
Living Lightning?
Yeah, Living Lightning.
I think he's just called Lightning now.
He's just Lightning now. They're friends. I don't know.
How about the cost of being a badass in here? Sunspot.
What did he do?
They have to restart. They have to hold still the
turn.
Oh
yeah.
And he said, realistically, I'm the strongest Avenger. He's like, I just have to hold myself in check. And they said, well, you could burn yourself out. And he goes, if I have to do it to save the world, why not?
Wow, what a badass.
And I knew he was powerful, but I never knew to that extent.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he's like a son.
Yeah.
You know, it makes sense. Lightning plays a game of Texas Hold'em with Grandmaster.
Super weird.
And he bluffs him out to save the Earth and the captured Avengers. I liked it. I thought it was a fantastic...
He doesn't necessarily bluff him out. He just puts things up that Grandmaster can't take.
Yeah, the big thing is he bets being forgotten.
And Grandmaster cannot have that happen.
No.
His ego is too big to allow that to happen.
Which, he played him well.
Yeah.
But he wasn't showing what cards he had. So he bluffed him.
Yes.
So that was enjoyable. I don't know what they're going to do with the next issue. Just wrap everything up and... Guess everyone's back now. It's a fun thing.
What do you mean?
Everyone that disappeared didn't have like half the...
Oh, yeah.
Or they were frozen.
What happened to Voyager?
I don't know. Yeah, they didn't really say.
Okay. Let's talk about this because I don't know what's happening.
And we have Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
There's too much back. There's so much continuity here for me to know.
I don't know. What don't you understand?
It's continuity. I don't know all these Rangers.
You know all of Draken's backstory and all that.
I would tell you one thing I didn't get. You should have brought your books up. There was a Power Rangers annual that came out last week.
Yeah.
And it's, first of all, it's a $7.99 book.
Oh my god.
Because it's an annual.
Yeah.
And every single story is about a group of Rangers I don't know.
Ooh, I'll have to look at it.
Yeah, you have to tell me how many of them are real. I mean, they're probably all real, but you have to tell me how many of them I should know.
Okay, I'll do that.
Which one's Tommy was in? That's all I want to know.
Tommy?
Yeah.
Mighty Morphin?
He's in all of them. He said Green Ranger was in all of them. He showed up.
What are you saying?
You told me Green Ranger showed up in a lot of them.
Tommy, the character? Yeah. Like, he was...
You said he just kept popping up.
He was. He's Mighty Morphin. He was in Turbo. He was in Dino Thunder. He was in Zeo.
Why are you telling me now? I said you could tell me when you look at what one's going to think. I said that's all I want to know. Is what
sorry.
I'm sorry. I don't know what just happened.
Draken's back. He has a weird thing with his Finster and his universe.
Yeah, they love each other.
Yeah, that's cute.
It's great.
I like it. It's actually pretty cool.
I kind of like it. But it's not Finster either. It's Finster 5 or something like that. Like, it's like a combination of Finster and Alpha 5.
Yeah, it's demented.
It's awesome. It's awesome.
The Pink Time Force Ranger, I can't remember her name, says time's fractured by Draken. She went back in time to the place where everything started breaking. The timeline's all messed up.
But now it's broken, so all of the Rangers exist at the same time.
Yeah, in their own little pocket dimension or something.
So you hate it right off the bat.
Okay, first off, it's very convoluted way they try to explain how this works. And if they would have just said time travel and left it at that, I would have enjoyed it a lot more. But trying to explain it, dumb. Don't do that. Draken shows up.
So you're mad when they don't explain time travel. And you're mad when they
just
explain
don't do time travel. Is it that hard?
Yes. When everything's been done, yes.
Time travel's been done more than anything.
Yeah, but it has so many variations, you can do it a different way.
Get out of here. Draken shows up. He takes the Samurai Ranger's morphers, and he uses them to up his power and gets a badass costume upgrade.
And he found out that he only has to upgrade. He only needs one morpher per team.
Yeah. So what the fuck is he gonna look at when he's all done?
Badass.
It's gonna be ridiculous. It's gonna like battle ranger armor. And Tommy's still dead. So yeah.
What were the hand signals?
Yeah.
Thanks, Kid Rock.
Hey, Hall of Famer.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
You sure?
Yeah.
You got anything you need to plug? Plug your toys?
It's in the description. Check it out. Toy hunts, video games,
With an A.
flea markets, more of this, you know. Check it. Wrap it up, Tiger.
Holy shit. Okay. Well. Thank you for watching. On behalf of my co-host, the Cosmic Cuber, I am Brand, reminding you to always ask yourself, what would Rick Jones